Hello and welcome listeners to episode 1 of the Declutter Hub podcast. I'm Ingrid.
And I'm Leslie.
If you have clutter and want to sort it out, this is the show for you. And today's episode, since it's our first one, we thought it might be a good idea to introduce ourselves to you. So Leslie, do you want to share with our listeners who you are?
Yeah, so I'm Leslie Spellman, sometimes known as the Clutter Fairy, which is my business, my professional organising business up in Manchester. So I've been a professional organiser for 9 years and I've absolutely loved every minute of it and continue to do so. I have a busy family. They're kind of grown up now. So my eldest son is 22. I have a daughter who's 19 and a son who's 15 that keep me really busy. So I've grown my professional organising business whilst running a busy family. I think that's really been key to the success, really, because it keeps it real, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. As well as being the Clutter Fairy, I've also been part of the Association of Professional Declutterers and Organisers, bit of a tongue twister, but that is it's like a trade association that professionalises our industry and trains people and so on. I've had lots of different roles there, but the most exciting ones for me have been training and mentoring other professional organisers all around the UK to love, enjoy and prosper their own professional organising businesses. And that's where we met.
Yes, I've been lucky enough to be the president for 4 years. And while I was president, I was part of a board and you were in the board as well.
Yeah.
And we had a great time working together. And I've been running my business Organize Your House for the past 8 years. I'm in Southeast London. I'm married. I've got 2 children. They're both preteens. I've got a son who's 12 and a daughter who's 10. And I think, staying and being a professional organizer is just fantastic. And I absolutely love sharing my knowledge and my enthusiasm about professional organizing with my clients and in their homes. And
decluttering and organising a home, whether it's yours or whether it's for a client, can be completely life-changing for people.
Oh yeah.
In terms of, when you go into your house, you want it to be a sanctuary, you want it to be somewhere that you want to be in and live in and, raise your family in and have nice times in. And what you don't want is that kind of sinking feeling as soon as you walk through your front door. And that's what we are lucky enough to do in our day-to-day lives as professional organisers. That's what we want to bring to the wider audience, because we can't get to everybody, and that's why we've started the Declutter Hub.
I know. I wish we could split ourselves in 10 different people, but it's just not possible. So we want to just share our knowledge and our advice and our tips with you. And because we can see in our day-to-day work how incredibly life-changing it is for people. And people start to sleep better and feel better and enjoy their life more. And it's just so wonderful to see that happening with our clients, and we want to share that with you.
We want to get right down to the nitty-gritty of how to actually do it and how to have success and how to maintain that success and keep that house controlled and organised and tidy.
Yes.
So what can they expect from the podcast?
Well, we're going to do a weekly podcast. And which is good because we love talking anyway together. And so weekly podcast, and on a regular basis we will have guest speakers on our podcast. We'll do some interviews with other well-known organisers.
And what sort of topics? So will it be similar people, or will it be other professional organisers?
Loads of different things. I mean, I think we'll start with interviewing some other professional organisers who have their expertise, maybe organising when you've got ADHD, or organising when you want to know more about time management, or if you want to know more about procrastination, or people
Safety.
and people with very full homes. What can you do if you've got a really full home? And we're going to share our advice and top tips as well in this podcast. So I'm really looking forward to doing this with you, Leslie.
I know. We've tried to keep it short. We're going to try and keep it short and snappy because we know you're all busy people out there. So maybe 20 minutes or so each week, something like that.
The interviews might be a bit longer, but our main podcast will be about 15, 20 minutes. Keep it really short and simple, and bring a lot of information to you, and put some actions in there too for you. So if you want to have an action at the end of the podcast, it will give you a job to do if you want it.
Yeah. So chatting is key. Practical, fun, hopefully. And that's it really, isn't it?
Yeah,
so we're
definitely.
looking forward to getting started. Can we get on to episode 2 now?
I know. Well, that's it for this episode now, Leslie. Hold your horses. And we hope you've all enjoyed listening and are inspired to join us in listening to the Declutter Hub podcast. So thanks for listening. Follow us on social media. And if you don't want to miss the next episode of the Declutter Hub podcast, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.